What's going on, guys? My name is Lincoln. Hope you're all having a great day. Today we are going to play some Terraria. My third time attempting to make this video. My first one I failed because I had no game plan from the get-go and I was sort of just recording myself doing nothing. I'm just going to randomize my character because, quite frankly, I'm getting sick of trying to make new characters. I'm not very good at making characters or coming up with names. This guy's not too ugly, so I think we'll roll with that. Classic. I'm sort of inclined to go with... I wish you could just randomize character names. I could open up a generator, but that's too much work. So let's just go with my name. Keep things simple. Phenomenal. Large world, expert mode. Shout it out to me. Corruption or Crimson? Corruption, I agree. That's the better one anyways. I'm starting to think I'm just going to play the game and sort of try and be entertaining into the microphone because I've realized I'm really bad at giving tutorials. The past 2 times I've tried to record this, I've tried to sort of provide a tutorial-esque playthrough and it just doesn't sound right. I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm certainly, I don't have the presence of mind enough to really introduce things as they come up. Like the early game, for someone who's not played the game before, is super exciting. You know, every little thing you pick up is new and interesting. I simply recommend that anybody who's interested in learning about the game pick it up. It's cheap. It will provide you hours of fun. I'm pretty sure, if you accumulate the time I have on Steam, on both of my PlayStations, and on mobile, which I haven't played mobile a lot, but I've maybe 2 or 3 hours into it. If you accumulate it, I'm pretty sure it's over 3,000 hours. I wouldn't say I'm good at the game. Fuck. And I've decided that this playthrough is going to be yo-yo only. You'll have to excuse me. I am a little bit sick right now. I've been nursing either the worst cold I've ever had or probably COVID for the past little while. It definitely made me miss a class or two. Ooh, warding. I know that thing doesn't have to go in your accessory slot, but early on I'm not going to say no to 4 defense. I may sniffle, my voice may sound terrible, and occasionally I'm having to mute the microphone to cough. Okay, let's hop you. Alright, we're good. Let me get down to some of this iron down here. And then after I mine this, I may try and go in one of these caves to see if I can find some cobwebs so I can make the yo-yo early on. Because I realized that having to spend your first night without a weapon, it's not fun. It's very boring. You kind of end up just sitting inside doing F all. There's a corruptor. That's a great time. Or, Eater of Souls. Corruptor is the hard mode version. So, this is going to be my first playthrough on this channel, but I don't really intend to be a dedicated Terraria channel. I've got a lot of other video games in mind that I'd like to throw up on the channel. This game installed. I've got Don't Starve installed, which is one I'm looking forward to playing. I've got Starbound, which is a game I've actually never really been able to properly play before because last time I had it installed was on an old laggy PC. I've since then made myself a halfway decent gaming PC, so hopefully it can handle Starbound. This will be the first game that I do a playthrough of, and I expect, just because I love the game and it's one that I play super frequently, I expect that I will do multiple playthroughs of the game, you know? Start off with this yo-yo only run. Maybe eventually I'll feel good enough to do a master mode run. Maybe I'll do a modded Calamity or Thorium or something like that. But I don't only want to play Terraria, so at some point, you're going to see some other things come up on the channel. I've got Black Ops 2 installed, and I'd kind of like to just do a simple playthrough of that campaign for nostalgia's sake, you know. I'm sure someone would be interested in watching that. Probably maybe try and do like a complete all the bonus or the hidden challenges. Man, Black Ops 2 is just such a good Call of Duty campaign. It's gotta be the best one they've ever made, right? Just the bonus challenges, the unlockable weapons. As far as I'm concerned, it's the only campaign worth playing where you actually were allowed to... Oh, that's not true. Infinite Warfare's campaign was pretty good. I was about to say it's the only one worth playing where you can customize your loadout before missions, but Infinite Warfare is pretty good, and you can do that in that game too. Emerald, that's pretty good. It's always a good sign when Amethyst isn't the first gemstone you find in the freaking game, because Amethyst just sucks. Take down my last sip of coffee over here. It's not going to help my throat, but it tastes good. It does taste good. Dude, how do I get iron and tin twice in a row? I freaking hate tin, man. It's so ugly and it's so useless. At least copper kind of looks neat. Go the other way, please. Oh, son of a bitch. Keep your eyes open for other playthroughs on my channel. If Terraria is not your cup of tea, eventually I feel like I'm bound to play something you're going to enjoy. And I hope I myself am entertaining enough that, you know, I bring you back to try something. One thing I kind of forgot about is that to run an Elgato, you need to have two screens open. I need one to be able to play my game from the PlayStation on, and one to keep this, like the recording open on. And I'm sure I could find a way to make this one monitor do something that would work, because it's an ultra wide and I could probably run it in split screen or something. But until I figure out how to do that, the only option I really know how to work with would be to have two monitors, which I don't have at the moment. So eventually I will also be playing some games on the PlayStation. The main ones I have in mind are the new Jedi Survivor game. That'll be an interesting one, because I am one of the very few who hated Jedi Fallen Order. You know, the storyline was interesting, the characters I liked, but I didn't find the storyline or the characters interesting enough to justify just how bad I thought the gameplay was. Like, combat in that game is horrendous in my opinion. The parrying just doesn't work. And like, it just doesn't feel smooth, you know, like, especially if you compare it. So in terms of RPG, if you compare it to God of War wins every time. And if you compare it to puzzling or platforming, I would expect that it would be on par with Uncharted. And it doesn't feel like it's on par with Uncharted, you know, it's just not as smooth. It feels really janky in my opinion. I don't know. I'm a harper on that game. But I played through it, I understood the story, and I am a big Star Wars guy. So I feel like I have to do Jedi Survivor to really get a feel for that game. Also, I think I've heard, I've been spoiled a little bit. I know there's a character or two in there that I have to see, you know. So that's on the list. Also on the list is God of War 2018, which I've already played multiple times over, but I've not played Ragnarok yet, and I'm really looking forward to playing that. So I kind of want to do, I want to record myself playing Ragnarok, but I feel like in order to do that, I need to sort of first let people see God of War, if that makes sense. Like, I've always hated when people on YouTube would do Let's Plays or live stream them playing a sequel to a game, but not the original, you know? Like, Jacksepticeye, one of my favorite series of his that I used to watch was, can this guy shoot this bugger so I can... Alright. Fuck a duck. I guess we're just doing the running game. I'm gonna make a crafting table in the cave just so I can make a damn yo-yo. One of my favorite playthroughs of Jacksepticeye was fuck. It was The Walking Dead Season 2. But he never uploaded his playthrough of Season 1 on the channel, and I always found that really annoying, because, you know, it's a phenomenal game. I've since played it on my own, but at the time I hadn't, and I had no idea, you know, just how good it was when he was talking about how much he loved it. I had no frame of reference. And, you know, like, teach their own. That's how he wanted to run his channel. He just, you know, there's no reason to upload this game if others already know it, and I was one of the few who hadn't played it at that point, I think. But I feel like if I'm gonna play one, if I'm gonna play the sequel, or if I'm gonna play like Season 2 to a game, I feel like I need to show you my response to the prequel or the earlier version of the game, or whatever, you know. That being said, I will not be doing that for Jedi Fallen Order, even if I play Jedi Survivor, because, as I said, I freaking hate that game. I've got it installed on my PlayStation, and I've been trying to play through it on my own. And I hate it. I can play it for maybe 30 minutes at a time, but it takes so much effort. Sorry, side note, because I'm easily distracted. One thing that I didn't realize they made as an update is that, oh shit, of course he's gonna get inside. It's that cactus armor now acts like a thorns potion, and that it'll do damage back to the enemy when they hit you. Or I guess it's more like turtle armor in that way. But that makes it pretty cool. Okay, I have no idea how we're gonna deal with. Wait, I just made a yo-yo. Am I dumb? I actually have a weapon now. I got so used to playing without a weapon that I was about to do a freaking pacifist playthrough. By accident. Yeah, I guess, like, so cactus armor does damage back now. Which, in one of my earlier playthroughs, I couldn't find any cobweb early on for some reason. So, the first, like, 20 minutes, in the entire first episode, the only way I was doing damage to opponents was with this stupid armor, which I'm sure was kind of entertaining in its own way, but it didn't come across as very entertaining to me, so you dumbass. Okay, I took a smack, but as long as the guide doesn't decide to open the damn door now, we should have no issues. Where are you going, buddy? Oh my word. Buddy's on a crusade or something. Just wants to kill. Just realized I didn't mine enough stone. I didn't mine any stone, actually. So that was nice and smart of me. Can't make a furnace or anything. Hurtful wind yo-yo. That's pretty good, actually. Alright, well, having a weapon on the first night makes this thing a lot more fun. So I'm going to go kill some zombies just so I'm actually doing something and I don't get bored. I'd like to go mine some stone so I can make a furnace. So that I can actually craft stuff. And I'm far better equipped early on than I normally am. So I think realistically it seems kind of pointless for me not to go exploring and collect stuff. You know, the sooner I can get the merchant, sooner I can build a town, sooner I can do all this stuff, the sooner this playthrough actually gets exciting, I guess. So, okay, 20, that's enough, I believe. Eventually I'll want more, obviously, but... Ooh! That's new. That's gonna be a problem, though. My luck, I guarantee you I'm gonna get the Pharaoh set. You know, Sandstorm in a bottle would be great. Flying Carpet would be pretty cool. I don't know if this is where you get the Bast statue or not, but any one of those I'd be happy with. Guarantee I'm gonna get the stupid Pharaoh armor or whatever. We're plugging away. Patience wears thin. I just want a sense of how far I even am from the path at this point. Jesus, is this the freaking Pyramid of Giza? Why is it so big? Where the hell is the walkway? Jiminy freaking cricket, dude. Finally. Holy cow. I feel like I almost need a nap after that. Oh, it's even funnier too, because the thing was above me. Alright. Break some pots, get some loot. Break some bags, get some money. We'll get the merchant nice and quick with that one. Oh, flying carpet. That is a lot more than I could have ever asked for, actually. Is there any reason to go down that far? No. I'm just going to go back home and start making some of the better equipment. Furnace. Anvil. Iron. Terrific. Heavy workbench. Glass kiln I will make eventually. Not yet. But eventually. The enchanted boomerang is tempting to make just because I've got the materials to make it, but I can't use it. It'd be kind of like, I've never seen anyone do this, but I wonder if you could do a melee playthrough, but just with every melee weapon that isn't a sword. I wonder if that would be interesting. Eventually you'd probably have to really determine what's, like what you're counting as a sword and what isn't, because technically I think the daybreak, or the solar eruption counts as a sword. Really, it's more of a flail or a miscellaneous, I don't know. But there's a gnome down there. I'm gonna go see if I can get him turned into stone, because I want the luck that gnomes give you. Haha, sucker. That's all a lie, that's all a lie. No more darkness, no more night. Hank Williams for you. Senior, the better one. It's a real discussion amongst me and my friends. Somehow they both prefer junior to senior, and I just don't get it. Hopefully, as time goes on and I learn how to make stuff, there'll be an intro and an outro. For the time being, you're kind of just going to have to live with me saying, see you later. Because I have no outro. Yeah, so I think I've covered all the bases of what I wanted to talk about in this video, you know. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the game. Stay tuned for other games is really the key thing. And, you know, like, if you've... I don't know where you're most likely to discover this channel from. I'm still not very familiar with how YouTube works from a creator's side of things. But, you know, feel free to give me advice if you're willing to help a new guy out, you know. If there's anything I'm missing, if there's anything that you think I could do that would improve, I've got no issues with constructive criticism. If you want to call me a dickhead and just say I sound boring as shit, that works too. Instead of walking across this water, I'm going to sign off here. Thank you for watching, guys. I will talk to you all later. It's been Lincoln. Peace. I hope the microphone didn't pick that up. I just had the freaking most monstrous tummy gurgle, bro. It's crazy.